Chichi, Yama. You know what I've said? I've said I don't think they should have let Davido do the first verse. Because after the first verse, you feel just change up.
You feel just change up for it. I mean, their only small savior is that he was still back on the chorus.
Yeah.
That's the only small savior because they played it at the club yesterday. I'm like, okay, so now what? So we wait. we wait
to the end.
So if anybody after listening to Davido's verse goes off, wherever you are evil. You are an evil human being. Because without the owner of the song, there's no first verse.
Well, yes.
Whether you like it or not, no matter how
it or not,
big Davido is, these guys gave Davido a platform on their song.
Idea.
And you have to be grateful,
You have to be grateful. You know, Davido doesn't have to be grateful because Davido is big.
Yeah.
Davido's fans have to be grateful that this is another hit that has Davido's name on it. All right. So honor the hard work of the original. The originators of the song.
Exactly.
Are you getting it now? Don't be unfortunate wherever you are.
I guess how we started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the Backyard Bants comedy podcast. Backyard Bants.
It's that good shit.
Shout out to everybody who's checking us out. If you're listening, appreciate you. Yeah, let's get into it. I am joined by my nearest and dearest of friends, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a special neighbor. From the overseas.
Abroad.
And we'll get to him shortly. But Vaz needs to talk to him.
Yeah. Signing in is your man, Imina, aka Dafri Ego, aka Triple E, the Partition Ego, your favorite uncle, your favorite godfather. You know what's popping. Let's get it.
Continue now. Finish your title. Because I heard that the podcast is 1 hour, so your titles can leave us a minute to say what you want to say.
Enough. Bro, that cough was a fake actor.
I was holding my drink, man. I almost spat my drink out, man. All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, you can already tell it's going to be a fun podcast, man. We are joined by a legend in the game. I had this whole intro prepared, but traffic don't make me forget all the intro.
That fizz.
But ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by a special guest, someone who has decided to grace our podcast. To him, we are grateful. Technically, he's given us a platform.
Okay.
So
our fam, you should be happy.
Yeah, you should be
grateful.
Grateful that we have him here.
Because we are grateful.
But ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by a phenomenal, one of Nigeria's biggest comedians, a leader in his own right, a pioneer in the industry, someone who has done about 4 specials right now. I was counting. Yeah. And is consistently a hit maker and one of the funniest people I know. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Woreva.
One guy, imagine your rush is so wow. The guy just checked YouTube how to operate a meter. He walked. He charged the guy 80,000. The guy paid. The guy changed name. Oyengbulan Pharmacy and Surgical Services. Call his friend. I'm now a surgeon. He said, how do you say YouTube? So you be inside, I'll be outside. You yell something in your ear, you be telling me, I'll be telling you. So the numbers are under operation. That guy now said, appendix operation. That guy here, appendix, just enter YouTube. How to carry out appendix operation. That guy is inside. And I said, tear the abdomen. That guy now, abdomen. That guy confirm, abdomen. Yeah. Wash the liver clean. Wash the liver. That guy, liver. That guy said, liver. He washed it. Next thing that guy said, Jesus. The guy said, Jesus? He said, yes, Jesus. Say what happened? Oh, boy, network is bad.
So to the family, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on any podcast. Not any podcast. On good podcasts.
Thank you.
So before I got on the podcast, I was sent a few videos and I watched them. I was like, okay, forever you have to be on this particular one.
Appreciate it.
Not podcast that when you join is like you lost 2 years of your life. Part of, because some podcasts are in the mud. Some other podcasts are supposed to be modcast. Yeah, but
that's it. Yeah, that's a name.
But this is amazing. So thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Well, if you're wondering how Forever arrived here, man, Forever is currently on tour with Basketmouth for the Cancel Culture Tour, the North American leg. And they had done the Montreal show and they have done the Toronto show.
Yeah.
And so he's on just chilling. So I said, let's kidnap him for a little bit. But Forever, how has it been so far being in Canada?
So because my first time in Canada, so
welcome.
I thought I had a lot of friends in Toronto, only for me to get here and I realized that Toronto is a place online.
It's not like how Magneto described it.
No, the real people that live in Toronto, they are either 2 hours away from Toronto.
Hey,
1 hour 45 minutes away.
Is that guy when you arrive to Toronto, say, "Oh, I'm here." Say, "Be coming."
You are here. You start hearing stuff like, "Are you downtown?" I said, "Bro, I'm in the town. Leave the down or up. I'm in the town."
Hey, he says Toronto.
So and I realized that it's not as close as those of us offline at home think it is.
Yeah.
It's not giving me vibes of UK where your friends say, when you get inside, hit me up. You hit them up. Because when you get to the UK, you hit your friends up. It's like you're hitting empty air because nobody responds. The day you are going back, that's when they call you. Say, bro, I'm sorry, I've been at work. It's a lie. They've been monitoring you. They're waiting for you to get to the airport. So, but it's been cool. So, I got in on Saturday, and I went straight to the show in Montreal.
How was Montreal?
It was an amazing start, a great start. Great audience, great fans. They laughed. They really, really laughed. You could see that they came out just to laugh, to enjoy themselves. And then the following day, Toronto, we did the show. And of course, after that, I'm trying to rest a bit. But then you now realize that the time difference. So because my body is used to waking up at a particular time in Nigeria, I wake up at that time and it's night here. In fact, night is just starting. I've woken up. What's all this? So you try to sleep back,
right?
And people in Nigeria who don't know that you have traveled,
actually trying to contact you.
They're trying to contact you, want to do business with you. So you have to be awake for Nigeria that is awake. You have to be asleep for Canada that is asleep. And at this point, you say, God, I better do your will, help me. But anyways, it's been good. It's been good. So I've been chilling, just resting, trying to see 1 or 2 places. But nevertheless, I'm a boring human being, so I don't even know what to do.
Well, congrats on as I opened up for Basketmouth as well. Amazing, great audience. But congratulations to you on just. I think it's your first Toronto show and you knocked it out the park, right? I was backstage and I was watching and I was laughing my ass off, man. So, man, I've seen your stuff online, which we're gonna get into, but like you're funny in real life, man. So.
Yeah, I'm funny in real life. I know.
Yes.
Where does this Nigerian confidence come from? This confidence that Nigerians have, where does it come from?
I don't think it's a Nigerian confidence. I think it's a personal confidence thing because I know a lot of Nigerians with low self-esteem. So it's not as if you remember you are green, white, green, confidence shows up. No, a lot of people with low self-esteem. It's just that you know what the onions are. You know how good you are. You know how far you've walked, and so you're confident in what you can deliver. I think it comes with maturity and
true
and longevity. I pronounce that in well. I've been trying to pronounce that in well for years.
Which is the pronunciation before?
Longevity.
Longevity.
Sometimes I would say longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah. So I don't even know why I said it again, but I know the first one I said was correct. So you should take the first one.
Forget about. Now I don't know.
You don't know again.
Hey. So now because you get longevity or longevity, so I don't know which one correct.
Yeah, correct. It's just that sometimes I miss the V and G. So sometimes I move the V forward and G to the back.
Right. I've been following, I've been listening to your stuff, but like say you misplace alphabets normally.
Me?
Yeah.
Not really. Not really. There are very few words I miss.
Very few.
I can't even remember. Really. So I think it comes with.
Wait, in the pull receipt?
No, I don't pull receipt. Don't forget, we're grateful.
We are grateful. We're not gonna plug my. Get you.
So it comes with winning many battles. When there are certain stages you perform at and you deliver. That's a battle one. People don't understand. People think comedy just get in mic, come on stage and tell the joke and people laugh. No, it's not as simple as you think.
Yeah.
Every stage is a war, is a battle. You have so there are certain places I've performed that you win those battles, and there's this level of confidence that if I could do this in this place, forget it. There's no space in the world where I can perform. So that brings some form of confidence.
Yeah.
So before we jump into it, man, Mina, how's your weekend? You know, say for this country, guys check your mental health.
Oh
make
man,
sure
you guys check, you know. Because somebody we know actually took leave of absence from his work because of mental health. As a family man like you.
And they give him. Okay, family man.
Well, no, he just recently got married.
He deserved the mental health.
He just recently got married.
Recently got married.
Recently, yeah.
He should give me 6 months mental health. Probably that guy. What you thought marriage is not going to this.
I say and the thing is, he's actually planning the main wedding. So legally, everything traditional and the legal.
He has not done
I have not done the big one.
That guy feed that you.
Oh man. I say you take you actually say you take mental health break. You say you try because if I take that mental health break, I go need help for that mental health break, knowing expenses where they come from wedding planning.
So from mental health to financial health.
you go use you play football, mental, financial.
That's crazy, man. But you're good?
Yeah. So everything is good, you know. Last weekend was events, full of events and all that. So but yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, speaking of events, man, I Oreva came out to an event on Saturday. We went to 2 events. So Oreva, tell us a story about the Plantain.
So this is your country.
It's no longer your country.
No, it's not my country. It was on Monday. Yeah, it was on Monday. I remember. So this Canada Day show. Dre hosted the Canada Day show somewhere the morning after. Okay. Yeah, so I came around. I was like, okay, instead of me just being indoors after shows, let me come out to see beautiful people, to just be around human beings, because sometimes you just stay indoors and indoors. You don't say you don't die, they go. Yeah. So I came out now, but I was hungry. So myself and Edge said, okay, let's get food. He said there's a place where they sell rice and plantain curry. If I even knew it was on Nigerian food, I would not have gone there. You just say rice. So my mind was like,
Caribbean Queen.
No, that was Roy Wood's restaurant.
So we went to, and he parked somewhere. So he was looking at the signage. So the signage was like, the arrow was drawn facing that direction. So in his mind, okay, it means that you can't park in after that space. So he parked in the place that he assumed was a proper place to park. When he to the restaurant, we've placed the order for dodo and rice dodo. The rice was ready, the dodo was ready, but he mistakenly gave the 2 packs of dodo to an Uber Eats driver. So we had to now wait for them to fry another one. So that 7 to 8 minutes of frying dodo, we didn't know that Satan was walking outside as they were frying plantain.
Eating the dodo that I sent out.
So as we were putting plantain inside oil and fire, we were inside oil and fire. Only for us to happily come out, our food is ready, let's go and eat and go and party with Dre at his show. We now saw yellow sticker. Yellow receipt on top of windshield. We now brought it out.
Tell you tickets.
Now, the ticket is not the issue. It's the price.
How much?
That police I go with George. Whoever you are, that traffic police, in your mind you are doing your work. It's not your work, it's wickedness that is doing it. They gave us ticket of $450 for dodo of $12. Dodo of $12.
$450.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is over 500,000 naira in Nigeria to park. You are using one full keke napep to park.
Bloody.
And now
450.
You see, it's as guy where go that's here. Is that a thing? Mental health to mental.
Bro, if they tell me that one, I'll go walk over time.
So this guy wanted to drive. I said, bro, are you okay? They gave you a ticket of $450. You park here I'll park here for 2 days. Let me know. Okay, I broke the law. No, you see. That guy didn't lucky say not be my car. I'll follow the go office. I said, bro, what happened? What happened? What's your target?
They should explain.
What did I do wrong? Am I using full motor to park motor?
Kai.
No, it was not. It was not nice. It was not nice. It was very painful. It was a painful experience. $450 for Dudu.
For parking.
Dudu, when I not even fry where?
They not even fry well. You even had to wait extra 7 minutes.
No, so that's annoying. So if we had
Gotten the
if
first
they had
two.
given us the first one, we would have left that place immediately.
Yes.
So those Uber Eats drivers now that came to collect Dudu, that's not their own.
That is not their own. They're supposed to be the one to pay for it.
Yes, now they should share it equally.
Actually, now if we look at it, it's the people that gave the dodo to the Uber Eats people.
Yes.
They're the ones that messed up. So that restaurant, whoever packaged that food, give them. And then
I
start.
know, man. It was a, that was a bad welcome for me to Canada. Sure, $450.
$450. Now how many hours you go work to get that one?
How much minimum wage? Yeah?
Minimum wage is like $16.
And how
I
many
think like
hours-
$16.75 or
How many hours can you work in a day legally?
legally.
Yeah.
8 hours.
8 hours.
So
Eight and a half.
8 times 16. 16 times 2, that's 32 plus 32, 64. 64 times
128.
2, that's 128. So to get $450, you guys work 4 days.
4 days full time.
Full time.
And multiply them, maybe not 4 days, maybe make they can work like almost 8 days because tax.
Is that, you see life?
Yeah, because tax.
You see life?
Because
So 1 week up to so this guy going to work 1 week to pay ticket, never chop.
no,
Fear not that guy put job to do again.
that I just for the ticket. After 1 week, you will not start thinking about food.
I know the funny part. While he's going to work, if you go to another ticket. So it means that with this mathematics we using, it means that there are people who work in this country every year, you also pay ticket.
Yes.
No rent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So funny story. I was telling you how like you have to renew your plates.
Yeah.
So back in the day you used to pay and you get a sticker, but now it's free. You just have to go in and say, "Hey, renew my plate."
Yeah.
So I went in to renew my. Actually, I didn't go to renew my plate. I went into.
Be like, I never remember.
I went.
Yeah, this is your guy. You really need to check mental health.
I know they want.
So I went into the office here to go and renew my car ownership slip because I needed to renew it.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, now the lady, I did not ask her, but she was prompted to tell me that my plates have expired.
Right.
I know my plates have expired, and I know why I have not gone to renew it, because to renew it you have to pay for all your tickets.
Ah, yes. They put all your records
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So when she said how much I owe in tickets, she said, "Are you ready to renew it?" I said, "Ma,
Wait, how much are you owing?
I currently owe in parking tickets.
Do you send money home to Nigeria?
Yes, I do.
You are a strong man. That's so you're owing ticket close
Almost
to 1.5 million.
Yeah.
People they start poultry business. 1.5 million for Nigeria.
No, but see, the thing about to Toronto is, guy, you can see that place that he parked there. If that guy go around, come back maybe on another 2 hours, and that car is still there,
They
you
would-
can't tear more than that one.
Yeah.
On top of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an evil man.
Either tear it or they tow it away. And to tow it, you need almost $900 to recover the car.
Yeah.
And then you now pay the state, the place, the
Where they
the
sold
owner
the
of
car.
the tow. You go pay for them to keep it. It'd be like say parking spots there. You pay for it.
So those people that do videos online, things to know before coming to Canada. Why have nobody said this in
I know, bro. I know.
Because who go come now?
I want you to enjoy the
Who will not come?
There are a lot of jobs here. Tell us a ticket they this country.
No, but the thing is, if you now come and tell them ticket today, they will say, don't park there now. And they think it's easy. Don't park there now. Now the thing.
Speaking of Uber Eats, let me see if I can play this video for you guys. Let me see. This basement, my internet is okay.
15 pack of water.
Okay.
This video is to those motherfuckers who orders 15 pack of water. You guys think that DoorDash drivers are slaves or what? Could you imagine putting 15 pack of water to a sedan car? Not like SUV, a sedan car. And I asked from him, quietly, nicely, saying that, you really ordered 15 pack? And he said, yes, I did. And I replied, oh, sorry, sir, probably I'm going to cancel it. And support then replied me that it will be unassigned and I will get half payment and my rate is not going to be impacted. Thank you for that support. And for all other customers who think that delivering 15 pack of water is okay, guys, you should do calculation. There is no space in the cart to deliver 15 pack of water. That's more than 130 kg. I hope.
No.
So why other Uber Eats are stealing plantain?
Yeah.
Some are denying 15 packs of water.
You know that actually reminds me of so at my workplace. So I work at a paint store.
Okay.
In the mix. So this guy came to pick up a delivery for somebody.
Yeah.
He carries sedan too. Guess how many things he gonna pick up? Because I looked at him, I'm like, are you here to pick up the? He said yes. I said no way. He said yeah. I said, do you know? Did they tell you? Did they tell you what you're picking up? He said no. I said you're picking up 10 buckets of paint with a sedan. I'm like, you know they fear your shock absorber. You know they fear your shock absorber.
The shock absorber go shock him.
Because each bucket is 20 kilograms.
Was able to carry them.
In Jacamo.
He did it. Wow. So 15 packs of water is easy, bro.
No, you know what the funny thing? The comment section, they roasted my guy, man. It was like,
Of course, now. Of course.
it was like for Niger, like, no man, 15 packs of water.
They carry 15 bags of cement.
What be 15 bags of cement?
This guy now water.
People they use Uber deliver full cow. Full cow.
I don't see person will carry cow for motorbike.
Yes, and they will hold and put
Bro, they will hold on. I don't see person will carry cow for motorbike. Okada.
I'm crying. Man.
The Okada man will sit on the tank.
Yeah, sit on the tank. Carry this whole cow.
Hold the leg.
Then they complain for 15 bag of water.
Nah, but that's what we call it first world problems, man.
It's that this is not
Yes,
first
so.
world problem. It's nonsense. It's nonsense that this one.
So forever, how long have you been in comedy?
So professionally, 14 years. For when I started, I would say 17 years. 17 years. So because the first time I ever told a joke was February 16, 2007.
Specific.
Yeah, because especially you can't forget.
You can't forget that. Yeah.
So, but
I know mine was October 2022.
2022.
Yeah, so February 16, 2007.
Comedy Unplugged.
Unplugged, yeah.
I remember the place. I remember the jokes I said. So, but then as a student, I was just doing to just for fun initially. But then I now found out, when you did this, and I was earning a few cash. I was able to see myself through school with that. So it was when I was done with school in 2010 that I decided that, okay, this has to be a proper business. So that's why I said professionally 14 years, because I'm counting from
Well, you decided to become
December
professional.
2010, yeah.
Yeah.
And what would you say the journey has been like?
It's been rewarding. It's been normal life. It's been the normal life of a successful person, because people just assume that comedy is a shortcut to making quick money.
Right.
But then they don't realize the kind of effort you have to put in. People look at, you see somebody like Basketmouth, and there's a guy at home who probably will hear how much he charges to do shows, and their first reaction is to talk. Just to talk. But then you realize that many people are talking.
Yeah.
So why is this guy earning much more than many people that are talking? Then you put in, it begins to show to you the kind of work he has done on himself,
Right.
how he has grown, how he has improved from years, the number of years he's put into the game. the number of years he has put into the game is not even a clear representation of where he is, because there are many others who have put in some number of years that are not at his level. So it's that's why I say it's like normal life. You have a goal, you dream, you pursue it, you sacrifice to make sure those things become a reality. So it's been rewarding, and I know that we're just starting.
10 years and we're just starting.
We're just starting now because we've not scratched. There are visions and are dreams that I have as a stand-up comedian.
Right.
So, like somebody would say, your vision determines what you do.
Right.
So, so when I say I'm just starting, I know I have not started. Because I've seen a lot of comedians in Nigeria, they've got to a certain level and they feel like they've arrived. I'm like, what have you done that you think you've arrived?
Right.
Because you sold that one show in one venue. Dave Chappelle is over 50. He's still performing.
Right.
Chris Rock is still performing at the highest level. You, what have you achieved in comedy that you've arrived? How you go? You there location when you order Uber, you end trip, say arrived. You've not moved.
Jesus. I was waiting for where that analogy was going. Bro.
Moved. You order ride, driver come, you cancel.
You cancel.
say arrive.
Yeah.
It's the driver that arrived. You have not moved.
Right.
So comedy is your driver. If you're willing, go into the car, move. So we're just getting started. Actually,
That's amazing. I love your mindset, because it's all about mindset and where you put yourself in.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like being a student of the game consistently, because sometimes like when we say, oh, we mastered it all, that's where we start to like lose.
Where master what? Even master craft has not mastered his craft. Has not mastered his craft.
Bars. So how do you get named Forever?
So my name is Oreva.
Oreva. Oh.
So the short form is Oreva. So when I went to school in Enugu, you see that simple name Oreva was difficult for my Igbo brothers to pronounce. So we're calling me Oliver. Some called me Oreva. I'm not joking now. I'm not making this up.
Wow.
I actually saw some people called me Sevra. Some people called me Arriva. I saw this one broke my heart. I saw my name, my number saved on somebody's phone as Woreva. Now this
Whatever you want to be.
They gotta think is he Oreva? Is he whatever?
I said this lady, when I saw it, my heart was broken because I was very close to her. So this woman said my name with Woreva. War and ever. You mean I'll be fighting for what is all this? So one of my friends was not like, what's your English name? I said, my father never gave any of us English names. So none of us in our house, myself, my sister, my brother, none of us have English names. As a matter of fact, my sister was in school one day and gave herself an English name in school. That how can she be in this world and not have English?
And not have.
So she called herself Peace.
Got to have peace of mind.
So classmates came to look for her at home. They got to the compound.
They called Peace.
And said they're looking for peace. You know those kind of statements that you say, you just say them in passing, but then later you realize that they have an ulterior explanation.
Yeah.
And my mother now said, "There's no peace in this compound."
That can be very figurative.
Are they fighting?
Yeah.
She said, no, she's in our class. Peace. He says she lives here. Our mother is a teacher. My mother said I'm a teacher. None of my children is peace. There's no peace in this house. My sister, you shouted from inside house. Mommy, now peace at the answer for school. And I think if you gotta get peace, he doesn't even realize. Our last born now said should be calling him Williams. So this guy was at home. I was calling him. I needed him to do something for me. Williams, the guy was watching TV. Williams. Williams.
I give his name.
I called him for that Williams. The guy answered. I called his native name. I was amazing. I said, you are not Williams.
You're not willing to answer this.
You're not willing to answer the
I just told him, you are not Williams. I called you 4 times here, Williams. The guy laughed. So this lady was like, what's your English? I said, I don't have an English name. So it was not like, okay, since this your name is difficult for people to pronounce properly. I said, but this name is simple. She said, because you think it should be, but it's not. It's obviously not simple. So she was not like, why don't you answer Forever? So it was a lady that suggested her name to me, Elizabeth Dickey. That's her name. So she said Forever. At that time, I'd never started comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wasn't. So when people asked, what's your name? Just to make life easy for me, I said, my name is Forever. So when I started comedy, it was not easy to have a name to use.
Right.
So that's how Forever came out.
Wow. From whatever to forever.
To several arrival.
Bro, several
The only thing that did not come is River. Because I would have drowned that person. But anyways, even to this, they have a regret that my comedy name is Forever.
Why? I think it's a dope name.
Yeah, but I wish my comedy name was Oreva.
Makes sense.
So because when I started comedy, the first time I saw stand-up comedy was Night of 1,000 Laughs. And nobody on that particular stage used their real name. So I did not know comedians could use their real name. So it was after I started using Forever for a while that I now started seeing foreign comedians using their proper names. Kevin Hart, Trevor Noah, Chris Rock. So to this date, I envy Bovey a lot.
Yeah.
People like Bovey, Bucci. I envy those guys because they're using their real name, their bet name.
I also think it has to do with the person, man. Like, imagine see that because my actual name is Namdi. There's a ton of Namdi everywhere. There's no way my name would have.
No, so what's your surname?
Oka.
So Namdi Oka.
So the problem
Makes
is
it
when I
different.
first came to this country, I tried to find a job. So when you put your resume, you see that name. Your resume goes
You're not gonna know why you don't submit to 100 different companies. You never get one
And
call.
then I joined the radio business, and then I began to realize that Dre was a popular name in the radio business. So now in the radio business, I go by Namdi.
Yeah.
Because that's a name that stands out.
That stands out because Dre.
Well, I've been branded as Mr. Dre for a long time.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
No, it's hard. It's hard to change right now. You know, but basically, I still wish that my stage name is Oreva. So what it does is that you don't have to explain yourself too much. What's your name, Oreva? Is that your stage name? Yes. Is that your real name? Yes. It says everything.
That's true. That's true.
No, you're right, man. You're right. So I want to get into your specials. You have a special coming out
Yeah.
this weekend, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank
Congratulations.
Forever changed the world, right?
you. No, change word.
Changed the world.
Forever changed the world.
Forever changed the world. My bad. And before that, you've had Forever Stereotypes.
No, so I've had
I'm not going in particular order. I know there's
I've
Forever
had
Stereotypes. Forever Funny.
Yeah, Forever Funny.
And
was
there's
the very
one I'm
first
missing.
one. So the first one was Forever Funny. The second one was Forever Funny
Again, yeah.
Yeah, but later I had to not name them. So I named the first one made in Lagos because my first time in Lagos. So the second one I had to stick to the name of Forever Funny.
Yeah.
So the third one was Change Word. Then the fourth one was
Which you just
Stereotypes.
shot before you just left.
Yeah.
Which is called?
The fourth one was Stereotypes, which is the one I did last year.
Last year. Yeah. Gotcha. So, I mean, congratulations. And
Thank you.
again, that is not an easy. It's not easy to do it by any chance because when people do specials, for the most part, they are letting go of the material.
Yeah.
They are now working on new
Yeah.
hour-long special or whatever. So you've done maybe Forever Funny 1, Forever Funny 2, the Lagos Stereotypes, Change World. That's almost 7.
No, that's 4.
No, he said he went back to change the name.
Okay.
So Forever Funny 1,
What?
Forever Funny 2, Change Word,
Stereotypes. So 4.
Yeah.
That is even like
That's
still.
that's a lot.
There's no other people with that many specials.
Yeah.
Who have put in the same amount of years. So I guess my question for you is, what does it take, at least for you personally, to decide to do a special?
So I think what it takes for me is it makes me a better comedian, number one. So it's a way to prove to my people that I love them a lot. Because when you start your journey as a comedian, at first it's a lonely walkway because you are alone.
Yeah.
So on the very first day you performed, if you remember, you did not have a single fan. It was a lonely walk to the stage, hoping I'm praying to God that God will make these people laugh. Now they laughed, but nobody was still your fan that day. So as you continue on the journey, you begin to create fans. People begin to say, "Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy." From liking this guy, they become your army. They are the ones selling your story. They're the ones selling your business. And there's Forever is my guy. Forever has a show. They're trying to get people to love you. There are people like that who gets people to love me. That I don't even know why they love me that much.
Right.
So I think that the greatest respect you can pay to those people is continue to be funny because they love you. They don't love you as a person.
They love you because you're funny.
They love you because you're funny. You've proven to them that you can make them happy.
Right,
no matter how bad your circumstance, not their circumstance. Because they don't care how you feel. Whenever you're called on stage, nobody cares whether you've lost someone. As a matter of fact, in 2022 March, I lost a very close friend. He died on a Saturday. I was meant to perform at the show in Jos on Sunday. So the person I was doing the show, one of my mentors called the guys that I'm not sure Forever can come to this show because the guy said he has never seen me cry. And to be very honest, I had not cried for a long time. But that night, my daughter had to ask my wife, why is Daddy crying? My wife didn't know how to explain it to her. I told the guy not to worry, I will come for the show. Got to the show. I had to wear... We're still coming out of COVID then, so one nose mask just to cover my face.
Yeah.
I was moody all through. To the point that one lady that was on the guy's team said, Forever is a snob. I said, see this one. It concern me and you. That one didn't know I was going through a loss.
Yes.
Nobody in the hall knew I was going through a loss. But then I was caught on stage. I went on stage, performed as if nobody died. And went back to my room to continue crying. So most times, these people don't care how you feel. They just know that your job is to make them laugh. So I think the greatest respect you can pay to your fans is proving to them that them choosing to love you was not a mistake.
Yeah.
So which is why whenever I'm putting out a show, whenever I'm having a new special, I cannot repeat the jokes I've used before.
Right.
Because it's just like saying Two-Face Idibia is releasing a new album of old songs.
I mean, he did do it.
He did do it.
A new album. No, just bring two.
No. He did the whole new album. He did the whole new
But
album.
that was more of a publishing thing where he wanted to, I guess, own the songs and remaster, remix them. So obviously, we're just joking, but I get your point.
So you get the point I'm trying to make.
I was the wrong artist.
Okay, so let's go back. Wizkid has a new album of old songs.
That's what it was, artist, because Wizkid doesn't give us album.
His last album, More Love, Less Ego, was actually less. And you know, let me clarify this. For those he's throwing shit at Wizkid. No. I'm Wizkid's number one fan. And I feel very disappointed that Wizkid gave us that album. You know why? God gave him his biggest album in his life, made in Lagos.
Okay.
Now, this is what I'm trying to say. With what I was saying as a comedian, when you want to do, you have to give your fans the best. Made in Lagos was a massive album.
Right.
His next album should have been better. But when you listen to the songs, you see that the effort put into those songs were minimal compared to the effort he put. In his mind, I've arrived. Anything I give them, they will take. No.
You know that Uber. For the one move.
You see, God has given you a big break. The next one is a window to make sure that door
stays open.
Right. So that means more work is required.
Right.
But he gave us less work because in his mind, anything I give them, anything I try, then they'll take.
Yeah.
So which is why whenever I'm shooting my specials, it has to be better. I have to go through the rigors of writing. So I don't do a show because I need money. I can get money from hosting events, performing other people's shows, charging, then they'll pay me.
Yeah.
I do a show when I have written a new set that I'm proud of.
Right.
So that's why in 2024, I didn't do any specials because I'm writing a new set.
Right.
For 2025. And as I'm talking to you, I'm writing for 2025, I'm writing for 2026. Because like I said, I've not started. The place I'm aiming at, you have to walk and walk and walk to get to that point.
Gotcha.
So it takes a lot. You have to write. What do you want to talk about? And comedy has grown beyond the get one man. That might not die. So you have to now address issues, say things that are relative to the new world.
Right.
So when you're telling your jokes, people are laughing, but then you're learning and then again. So it takes so much from me to write these materials. So that it's tedious work. It's tedious work.
In relation to that, I think you've partly answered the question that has been in my head. It's like, so combined with the process and when you actually now, okay, the writing is done and we're like, how long does it take you to prepare and execute?
Sometimes a year, sometimes 2 years.
Right.
Like now, the one for 2025 is taking me like 2 years. So now there's a joke that I'm going to do in my next special. The first time the idea of that joke came into my head was 2010.
Word.
It'd be like that. You know what? Thank you for saying that because some of the jokes that I do now, it's been a while that I've thought about it. It's now just like coming full circle for me where it's not like it makes sense to do it. I'm doing it well enough. So no, but yeah, thank you for saying that because that confirms that sometimes jokes don't have to be like right now. It could be something that has been in the making for a while.
Yeah.
So four specials as we've counted.
Yeah.
So why does it take you that long to put it out? Is it because you still want to tour with the material and go places, or it's just like the whole editing process that makes you?
No, so my editing is quite it's not that difficult to execute. So because I work with the same person, he knows how to shoot my specials. He knows the angles that I want from the camera,
right,
from the audience, from the stage. He knows exactly what I want. So basically, is to tour with those materials.
Okay.
Now the jokes I performed, the special I'm releasing on Friday. Sorry, excuse me. The jokes I performed in 2022. I've not said 80% of them anywhere. So most of the jokes I say at my specials are only for my shows. I write them for the shows. I don't perform them outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So most of the things you hear me say outside, they are different from the things I say at my shows.
Gotcha.
So because when you're performing at the special, your fans know that it's forever we came to watch.
Right.
So it's more like a journey. I start like this and then it's going. And in the end, you know that. In fact, there was one of my specials, a man told me that it's like he just attended the sermon that was funny. So you just listen to his funny sermon.
What you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've spoken about this, but I've been doing comedy for 2 years now.
Okay.
Like full time professionally, just trying to do it. And I'm doing my first, so it's not a special, but it's my first headline show where I will be doing a full. I'm not doing a full hour. I'm doing like a 40-minute. Again, I'm just pushing myself because I was talking to my guys. I have like a good 30. That extra 10.
Yeah. Now a strong guy.
Go strong guy.
And I will rough up.
We'll rough up. But it makes sense that people are coming to see you for that. So you're taking them on a journey of stories. Whereas when you go to a show,
you just have to pick your best 10 minutes because you need to make an impression.
That's
gotcha.
Yeah.
So for your specials, the people know they came to. So the way I do my shows now, unlike other comedians in Nigeria, when they're having their shows, people are asking them who else is performing. Nobody asks me that question. People come to my show just to watch me perform.
Gotcha.
So the moment I'm done, the show closes.
Right.
Nobody is waiting for another person. They know that I close the show. I just do my stuff.
Right.
So it's a lot of work putting that together. So some of the jokes take time. It's not as if I didn't want to say that joke since 2010. I didn't have a good end.
Yeah.
Until April 19th in Woreva. I was watching a video on my phone. And the thing clicked.
Right.
2010. 14 years after. So, but when you say that, people will say, you don't come again. But that joke has been in my head.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, and there are only few comedians who think this way. I've seen comedians who did 2 shows with the same jokes last year and this year, repeated it word for word. They don't care. And people paid gate fee. To me, that's robbery. Yes, now you have to refund them because I heard this thing last year from you. You're telling me the same thing. I didn't use. And I
sure
didn't.
that people didn't come. People that came last year didn't come this year.
And I didn't use last year's money to listen to it again. Why am I using new money to listen to old joke? I'm not saying you can't repeat your joke, but if you're performing at your own shows, if you're performing at your own shows, you need to write new jokes to entertain the audience who are buying those tickets for those jokes.
I hear you. Damn, your work ethic is crazy, sir.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy because you have to memorize the jokes. There are certain words you can't forget because if you forget a line in the joke is dead.
Dead.
So you must
So like, walk me through your process on the day of a show, like your special.
On the day of my show, the special is in the morning. I go through the jokes again. Then in the afternoon, I just go to the venue to just check one or two things. So going to the venue is not really to check one or two things, actually. It's to put myself in the mood of the show.
Right.
Walk the venue, stand on the stage, soak it in, get ready. I'm not sure I eat. I don't eat on the day of my show.
I don't know how to do that. See, that's I can't. I have to eat.
The reason is I not go this stage, but I can't get pressed.
On a press night.
So imagine now in the middle of the performance, more women I won't go to let come back. So if
Another joke.
you can't microphone internet. Make sure you hear you flush.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a shitty moment.
And so I come back, I go through the jokes again. So that is when I write the bullet points out.
Right.
But when I'm writing jokes, I don't write my jokes in abbreviation.
You write it out like a book.
Word for word. I read it.
Oh.
Right.
I read it, memorize everything. But before the show, because now I'm going to perform an hour. So there are 3 categories. I read it every night until I memorize it word for word. Second one is after I memorize it, I start pacing. I start walking for like an hour. Because you can have the jokes, but you might not have the energy to stand.
Right.
So I walk for an hour every night to master that walking. Then I start, the next one is talking and walking. Because when you're walking and you're not talking, you are not using the same energy.
You're not expressing
So when you are talking, you are losing more energy. So
energy,
walking and talking 1 hour, walking and talking 1 hour, walking and talking 1 hour. So when I've mastered that, and I get to the gym. Trade me 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is special.
Because you have to stand for 1 hour.
Right.
Now, I won't eat that day.
True.
The only time I eat is very early in the morning to just have some form of energy. I just take a lot of water because I don't want to get pressed. So it's work. The jokes is difficult to get, but once you've been able to get the jokes, you must be in the right frame of mind. You have to be fit. I'm saying you can't pant for stage. Because if you're performing for that long, there will always be a time in the performance where your energy level must drop most.
Right.
Most. It will drop for like 5 to 7 minutes when your voice is lower. Your prayer should be in that moment where it drops, it should be a very strong joke. So that no matter what, the joke cover up for the energy lapse.
Right.
So it's a lot of work.
So in essence, comedy is a sport.
Yeah,
it's a sport.
I like how you're breaking it down because I think a lot of people don't know what goes into it. It's just like just talking to a microphone. Because like
difficult.
I've been on stage where like I'm doing 10 minutes but like my 8 minutes I'm looking for breath. I'm looking to breathe. I'm looking to breathe because like I've been holding just like mentally. I'm just trying to.
They run treadmill. That's why they run treadmill.
Now I go start. I don't collect pointers.
Yeah.
You see that chop?
Go and play squash.
I play squash.
Go and play squash.
Every Tuesday.
Every play squash. Don't do.
And again, there's so many lot of people don't. There's this not mental health. There's this mental part to it where because you're performing a set, you know the end of the joke is funny.
Right.
Now, when you start it, maybe the story leading to the joke is not generating enough laughter.
Right.
And the audience is looking at you. Where is this guy going to?
Yeah.
the temptation for the average comedian is to skip that joke
to the end.
and go to the end,
to the
or
end, yeah.
It's happened
they
to me, man.
feel it's not working, and then they go to another joke. Never do it,
It's a process.
because when you do it,
It becomes a habit.
not a habit. You've destroyed that whole set.
Right.
You might never go back to that joke, and now because this joke that you think was very funny that brought out laughter was actually tied to something else.
Yeah.
When you now get to that point, there's a void there.
Mm-hmm.
You've lost the audience. You've disorganized your head. You will now be picking joke. You start performing one joke here, one joke here, one. So just maintain it, no matter how. If I perform for 1 hour, there's no way people will be laughing for 1 hour back to back. They will get tired.
Yeah.
Look at Dave Chappelle. There are times people just listening and they boom laughter.
Yeah.
Same time, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Trevor. Same thing happens. But the average comedian, the young comedian feels that okay, people have to be laughing every time. Nah, it's not true.
Okay. Makes sense. No, I did take notes. I was gonna ask you, staying on jokes, right? There's been this whole big perception about people stealing jokes in Nigeria.
It's not only Nigeria. Everywhere in the world.
Yeah. Have you ever heard your joke that someone stole?
Many. One even called me one time. So, boy, you funny. I was like, you just watch on TV. Say no. Oh, I use one of your jokes. Take one way. They even spray me. Jesus Christ.
This guy is a happy thief.
I'm not making this up.
So I have a funny question. Right? I have a kind of ulterior motive. If we can, you know, when like artists do a show, right?
Yeah.
Within their set, they will sing music covers. Maybe they will sing a song by a popular artist.
Yeah.
Why can't we transfer that to comedy?
Because music has a life of its own. So, for example, the more you listen to a song, the more you want to listen to that song, the more you love that song. The more you listen to a joke, after a while, you don't want to get that joke again.
That's true.
Idea.
Yeah.
So,
because I always try to like, understandably, jokes should not be stolen.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes it's just like, you know that this joke will fit this
and
audience.
and again, every time a song is released, everybody knows who owns that song.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
So when another musician is singing that song, they know it's not his song.
Yes.
Jokes don't travel that fast and big.
Gotcha.
So this guy can say a joke now. If you say the joke as well, in that place where you said it, the people there think you are the owner.
Right.
I've been at an event before at Civic Center and I did a joke and one woman was frowning at the back. And when I went there, they said somebody wanted to see me. I was like, good afternoon, man. They said, you want to see me? I said, yes. He said, the jokes you said are not your jokes.
Wow.
I was like, why would you say that? He said she heard somebody else say the jokes at a party the previous week. I said the person stole my jokes. These are my jokes. And I showed her videos. She now apologized.
Well, it's good you have evidence.
So, but if it was a song, she would know that that guy was singing another person's song.
Right.
But jokes don't travel that fast.
Right.
So the best thing, and again, the way one even called me one time, he was going for a show at Ibadan. I said, forever, there's a joke you have on mad people. I like it. Can I say it? I'll give you credit. I said, I have credit. Don't use it. I told the guy, don't use it. That joke took me 3 years to write.
Right.
And because you like it now, you want to go and perform it.
Yeah.
And I said it one time, somebody said, forever, no, now it's too much. I said, no. That's how I see it. That whenever you use somebody's joke, you're actually using the person's life. The guy said, is it that deep? I said, yes. I said, because you're using the person's brain.
Right.
Yeah.
The person took time to create this thing. And you're using the person's brain to live your life. You are using this person worked hard for this thing. That's why it's painful. It's not that you made people laugh for the joke. It's painful that, see what took me time to create.
Exactly.
This guy just picked it to go and say. So, as much as you can, try your possible best not to say people joke, because there are many funny things around you that you can create jokes from.
Yeah.
So, which is why we encourage every comedian, create your own joke.
Yeah.
Many people I know a guy who is very funny at creating jokes, but whenever he's on stage, he does not perform his jokes. His problem is that he does not believe people will laugh.
Laugh at his joke.
And I say, so the joke when you crack. Now imagine that guy not get this belief when he crack on the first day.
Right.
You will talk him.
True.
So have this belief, perform because I know you are funny, but you have a bad reputation because you're telling people jokes. And the jokes you have, there was one joke he had, he was afraid of saying it. Somebody went on stage and said it, and it was good. He was not angry. I said, but you know, talk him. So you see, I've seen how bad they are feeling when they use your joke. That's how bad people feel when you use their own joke.
Right. Jokes. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, no, it's wild, man. I mean, like, and I think that's why, like, the process can be delayed in terms of writing jokes because you're taking your time to write these jokes. So, like, you're not like an overnight success because you have to work hard, make sure the joke is right, perform it, tweak it, perform it. Yeah. So I do understand the whole idea of just taking a joke because it's already done. It's already good to go.
And I want to, so based on the fact that some writing process for you, especially when you're in the process of writing for another special, right? Yeah. And then you have shows in between. You mentioned that you have to memorize. So say you're already memorizing or like you're in the act of writing, thinking up your full jokes that you write out fully, right? How do you switch and be like, let me put this on the back burner somewhere in the part of your brain and then, practice, like, do you practice the ones you're going to stay on your regular shows? Like, how do you compartmentalize those? Yeah,
the brain has many departments. You just say, well, go back. So it has happened many times. I go for shows and I just say, okay. Because like you rightly said, my mind is already on my shows.
Right.
So most times when it's close to my show, I don't go to a lot of events. So I don't mistakenly, because there was a show I went to one time, I mistakenly stayed one of the jokes. Before my show time came, the thing was on TV. Yeah. And that particular joke that I said at another person's show was what they use on TV. So I could, and I wrote that joke for my own show. So what I do these days, if I have any event close to a comedy show close to when I'm having my own specials, I probably use some of my jokes that I'm very sure of, that would not stress me. Or if I get to the venue, I just see, because I'm very quick, very spontaneous, you also maybe one or two things I can talk about with at the venue. I just say those things, then go to an old joke that is not part of my set for my shows. Gotcha.
So you spoke on this whole TV, your jokes on TV. Now, I mean, I'm going to come to you, but like other comedians, when they do a show and they have you on it, you perform, however long your set is, 11 minutes, and then 3 months later, whatever, your material is on your YouTube page. How do you guys navigate that whole space?
So that's a big challenge currently in Nigeria because most of these guys don't pay you.
Right. You don't see comedian forever. Pause this show at this person's show, 15 minutes.
So there's because
in North America it's not the same.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm going to use something that Stipler said many years ago to answer this question. So people were fighting piracy. That piracy is bad. Stipler said, "Don't go for piracy. If not for piracy, their music would not have spread as fast as it did. Yeah, because they didn't even have the money to pay distributors. So it was piracy that made their song go viral. So this is it. A lot of comedians that have YouTube channels are big comedians, right? So when they do their shows, they use younger comics who are looking for a platform to become famous. Mm-hmm. Most of them perform at the shows and they do well. Some of them are paid, some are not paid. Normally, the proper standard should be that after you've performed at my show, you can't merchandise my performance. Uh-huh. If you want to merchandise it, we're supposed to have a separate agreement. But Nigeria, everything is upside down. Uh-huh. So the guy believes that you performing at the show makes the material his property.
Right.
So these big guys put it on their YouTube channels. The younger guys see it on the YouTube channel. Proper thing is supposed to tell him, either you take it down or you pay me. But the reality for the younger is the guy is praying that the thing should have many views so that
he can make money.
That he can be popular.
So that he can be popular.
Yeah.
So
the young guy.
the young guy is
Right.
praying
Praying that the video can have views.
the video should have views and go viral.
Yeah.
So he can have a name.
Right.
So the challenge here is where it's supposed to be like a crime for the guy who wants the show on YouTube. This guy is praying that the thing should go viral so that he can become popular.
Right.
So for me these days, so there was a guy who invited me to his show one time.
Right.
And the guy was like, forever, this and that. And I said, you want to use it on YouTube, Abi? Are you going to pay me? He said, Baba, just come and support your guy. I told the guy, if you want to use this on YouTube, I won't be happy. I went to the show and I performed and people laughed. But the jokes I performed died in the moment.
Right.
So if you post it on YouTube, nobody watching we understand what I was talking about.
Right.
Right.
But the people at the show understood what I was talking about.
Because it was like spontaneous.
So, but anybody watch, the guy was angry. Hey, I said, but you didn't want to pay me.
Yeah.
You can't just carry my stuff because you're my friend or something. So the proper thing. So what I now do is that there's a guy handling my YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you see like performances of other comedians that perform at my shows. So when comedians perform at my show, I pay them. So the guy used their videos. After I said, no, I don't want that anymore. I need just my performances at my show.
Right.
On my YouTube. Those other guys are opening acts for me. Forget about them. So what I do is that I send them their own videos.
They can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they
Makes
want to do
sense,
with it.
Makes sense.
If I want to merchandise it, I have to give you something.
Right.
Yeah. So there was a time I was my stuff was on African Magic. So they wanted another one. So I'd already called the people whose performances I put in the video that, see, I'm giving it to DSTV. Once they pay the money, I'm going to send you this and that and that. And that was how I did it. So it's as simple as that. But I think I've been able to answer the question.
Yeah.
For some people,
Yes.
they just want, even though it's wrong, they're praying because to them
get
is their
famous.
gateway to fame.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Man, there's so many gems, man. I'm just like, I'm trying to like, pop. But I guess a fun question is to ask you, have you ever, like, I saw a joke you made about, so at Basketmouth's council culture in Ghana, you made a joke about, what's it called? The Ghanaian. Yeah. So I wanted to ask, have you ever been like attacked for making a joke about somebody at a show? Or someone come up to you after, I don't like that joke you made of me or something like that?
I think it must have happened, but I can't remember.
Okay.
No, so the reason I'm saying I think must have happened is that, okay, that happened once, 2008. No, so that was not even a joke. I yabbed that guy, Sha. Actually yabbed the guy. It almost led to a fight.
Wow.
The guy was really upset. So I thought, because I just started then. I didn't know my left from my right. I didn't know the boundaries.
Right.
So then yabbing was part of comedy. I still remember the things I said to the guy.
Wow.
That's how bad it was. Even his friends were laughing at him. So when I was leaving, the friends noticed that he left after I left. So they knew he was coming to attack me.
Right.
The guy actually slapped me, sef.
Wow.
So it was his friends and I told him, say, bro, stop now. I play this guy, they play.
Yeah.
No, this guy yabbed me.
Cannot let him go.
So, but apart from that, so there are ways to do it. So the joke I did about Sewa was not even
A diss per
was
se.
not even a diss.
Yeah.
It was actually me saying that she's a very beautiful woman.
Yeah, no, I saw the joke and I was like,
And then, do you know a lot of Ghanaians followed me because of that joke on TikTok?
really?
Wow.
So your special in 20 changed world.
Yeah.
That's coming up. Why did you dye your hair that color?
Yeah, so the name of the special was Change World. That was the reason I dyed my hair.
You can change.
People are running. Now someone got them. I said, why are you going to say it's going to Burundi? I said, why? He said, my brother, it's easier to get to America from there than from here. And I asked his friend, what about? He says he's going to Cambodia. I said, you know where Cambodia is? He said, I don't know, but it's around. I said, but what I lost you do? There was when I saw at Ikeja, the guy was crying. I said, what happened? He said, they just duped me. He said they told me that Canada is no longer taking Nigerians. That's so we have to swear affidavits of change of country. I said, which country you change? He said Sierra Leone. They gave him form. Stamp, Consular General of Sierra Leone. The guy went for biometrics interview. They asked him, where are you from? He said, I'm Nigerian. I mean, so where are you from? He said, I'm from Sierra Leone. He said, what's your name? He said, American one now. What tribe are you? He said, I'm Igbo. The man shocked. Are there Igbos in Sierra Leone? He said, I'm the first.
Now, before that special, I was on low court. All my life, I've been on low court. So when I named that special change word, the jokes I wrote about it were how the word has changed. I needed my persona, my appearance to also change. So right from, I went to meet my barber. I said, how long will it take for me to have my hair this high? He said about 3 months. So from January, I stopped cutting my hair low cut. We just started. That's how this hair. It was January of 2022 that I started. So by the time it got to May, that show was on May 8th. Yeah. By the time it got to May, this hair was already high. And on that morning, not in the morning, after I've done the normal rounds, go to the venue, nobody, the only person I knew I was going to dye my hair was my wife.
Right.
Everybody saw me.
Wow.
At the venue.
Looking
normal, my black hair. And then my barber was waiting for me. He was there in the hall, but nobody knew. So finished everything, went to my room, had my bath. Okay, he cut my hair first, had my bath, then he now dyed it. So when I was coming to the show, the same way that saw me like 2 hours ago, I covered it with like a white towel. So there was superstar vibe. You know, I didn't want anybody to see hair. So only my show producer and one other person saw the hair. When I got on stage. Now, because of the brand I built over the years,
right?
Nobody
expected.
Nobody was expecting that from me.
Yeah, because it was like just based on like the conversation that how I knew you as a person. I sort of like, about that hair, okay.
So nobody was expecting that stuff.
Yes, makes sense.
This guy go dye hair. So when I got on stage, so the way people were screaming like, welcome, but wait till they happen.
Like,
what is
okay, so this is different.
So I had to work with the team, change. That was the major reason I did, man.
Okay, makes sense.
I got a question about writing. But I was thinking about it. I think this has come up in a conversation we had before. So when you're writing, right? Yeah. Because there are sometimes some things in the world can enter your head. You write them, but how would you fact check that kind of joke has not been out there yet? Is there like, do you have a full proof that like, okay, this thing that I'm writing now is not out yet, or like this is, I mean, apart from personal experience, even some personal experience can kind of seem similar, but obviously how you tell it will be different. Or is there a way for you to prove that like, okay, this thing is not the same as what
like you didn't hear from
what somebody else has thought about, or something like that?
So I think so there are very few instances like that.
Right.
So there's a joke I have on family planning that has been on my head that I was supposed to use in 2022. I did not use it. I actually forgot it on stage. That's why I did not use it. 2023, when I was writing stereotypes, I was now looking for a place in the manuscript to attach the joke. There was no place that was good enough to put it, so I left it. Now I will use that joke in my next special. So that joke has been in my head for 3 years.
Yeah.
In this same space of 3 years, I've heard people say similar joke.
Right.
Now, but I did not hear it from them. And they've not heard me say
They've not heard you say, okay.
So I cannot say they stole it from my thought.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
They didn't take the joke from my thought. I didn't take the joke from them.
Yes.
But now there is... The funny thing is that because they've said their own first,
yeah, that makes you look like the bad guy.
when I say my own, be as if I copy them. But so that's why it's very good to be the track record of not telling people's joke.
Yeah.
My saving grace now is that they know I don't tell people's jokes.
Right.
So they know I didn't. I will not be taking a joke from them.
Gotcha.
So, but nevertheless, there are a few times where, because your brain retains information.
Yeah.
So there are a few times I think a joke came into my mind, and while I was trying to develop it, I was not thinking, is this thought an original thought from me or what? I now remember after I dig deep, my brother. I don't like it. After digging deep, and I remembered that I went somewhere where a comedian said something, not the whole joke, but it was what that comedian said that stayed in my head that was triggering this creativity.
Yeah.
I let the joke go. I said, this is not my original thought.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So there are a few comedians that have said, you get what I said now? This is not your original thought.
Right.
I told him, this joke, this comedian is the owner.
Yeah.
You heard it in passing. You see, but I said, no, you can't. Your brain is smarter than you. Your brain retains things that you've forgotten.
Yes.
There's a joke a comedian did about Eve. I was now wondering. I said, this joke is my joke. I'm the person that wrote the joke like this. This guy does not steal jokes. Where did he get it from?
Yeah.
After searching, and I remembered he was at a show where I performed the joke. He was sitting in the audience, and I told him, I said, this joke is my joke. He said, no, but I have not heard me say it. And I told him the place I performed, the way it was, and I remembered.
Yeah.
But when he was writing it, he did not remember,
where
he heard it from me, because the brain, I've heard the joke, the brain retained it.
Right.
So probably he saw something that was similar in that direction, and he triggered it, and then the thing came up in his mind, original joke. But now something went in here, went hide for the brain. So you must fact check. Your brain will always remember if you dig deep.
Yeah.
So I've seen a clip about you where you said, your show, Cock and Bull. Have you guys said who's the cock and who's the bull?
We said it's left for the audience to decide. we can't choose that by ourselves.
Okay. Well, I think Francis is the cock and then you're the bull. Just based on I'm going with cocky and you like to bullshit. So that's what I'm going with. But you had said where you had done your worst performance on one of the episodes, which was funny, by the way, and you guys should check that out. But I wanted to ask, what is your best performance you think you've done so far? Or your most recent best performance, I guess, because you've performed all over. And
I've had incredible performance, but I think my most recent best performance was I don't think it has to be the best performance, but it was the reaction of the audience.
Right.
So it was at Basketmouth Cancel Culture, the UK tour. I actually think my London show was a better performance, but in Manchester, after my performance, that thing has never happened to me for my career. I left the stage. Next thing, Basketmouth calls me back on stage. That the audience requested that I come back, that they want to give me a standing ovation, that they forgot because they were laughing when I left, that they forgot to give me a standing ovation. As you come, that they want to stand up.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It has never happened to me. So it was a moment.
That's crazy because the show that we just did on Sunday, Basketmouth.
Toronto, yeah.
So I didn't do my best material. I was doing stuff that I'm working on just to see how it will work. And for the first time ever, again, I've been stand-up comedy professional in 2 years. I got a clap mid. You know when you do a joke and then they clap midway.
Yeah.
That was a different feeling because I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's okay. They appreciate the joke.
Yeah.
So how did you meet Basketmouth?
Long story.
This is why it's a podcast.
very. So I was supposed to be. So in 2019, I did a show, my second special. So there was a guy. If Woreva was on the bill, so if Woreva posted that he was performing at my show, he was opening for me. One of his friends from Scotland now said he's attending the show, that they should help him get tickets. The guy came to the show and the guy was wild. The guy said, international comedian, this way, because that was the first time I was seeing him perform.
Yeah.
So fast forward to August, Ali Baba was having his show in London. I was not on the bill. This man, the man from Scotland, insisted I have to be on the bill. That he will do my visa, he will pay my flight. This is somebody I've never met.
Wow.
Until 4 months ago.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So the guy, I thought he was joking. In fact, when the guy first called me, Ibubi was having a show somewhere in Victoria Island.
Mm-hmm.
That was when the guy called me that. You have to be on the show. I spoke to Ali Baba. He said, no problem. I played. The guy connected me to a show promoter. Akinwumi Jenkins. We applied for visa. This guy booked my flight on hold. I still remember the fee then, $2,000. He booked it on hold, pending when the visa will come out so that they would just, if it's to change dates.
Yeah.
I said, wait till I do this guy. Wow. So, but unfortunately, the visa came out, but the validity of the visa started a day after the show. So, Alibaba's show was August 25th.
Yeah.
The visa was starting August 26th. And I couldn't go for the show. So that weekend, I went for an event. And there's a lady that saw me. I went for an event with Bovey. And a lady saw me there that works with Bovey and Basketmouth. The following Saturday was a wedding. See the way things work. So that wedding, I was meant to do the traditional wedding in Benin, but I could not do it. So I went to Bovey since I was meant to not be in the UK now, so I canceled stuff. So I went to Bovey to the wedding. And then Basketmouth comes to the wedding because he's like, the guy's an industry person.
Yeah.
And I greet Basketmouth. I was like, forever. So I woke up that Saturday morning to see that Basketmouth was following me on Instagram. And then he sees me, I greet him. He was like, forever. No verse, I know they follow you since. He actually thought he was following me. That one of his girls told him, man, this guy is bad. So that's how I met Basketmouth.
Wow, that's crazy.
So if you see my career, women have played instrumental roles. A woman named me Forever. A woman made me meet Basketmouth. How I met Bovey too. A woman was interviewing me on a red carpet for Mama Akdemot on TV, and Bobby says, who is that guy? So if Mama Akdemot, who is a woman, was not interviewing me at the time, he would not have seen me.
No wonder you have a joke about Eve.
There's a root to every problem.
And Ruth is another woman.
Ruth is another.
Exactly. Hey. So would you ever do your own solo tour?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
part of that's part of the dream.
That's part of the dream. You have to do it. You have to dream to get to that point. You have to dream to sell out arenas.
Okay.
You must. Everything is part of a grand plan. You can't operate in small circles for the rest of your life.
Gotcha.
One of my mentors said something that the highest a person can earn from your field is the potential that you have. Does not mean you can earn it, but it means that you too can actually earn that thing.
Yeah.
So that means when you look at people like Kevin Hart, who sold out the stadium in Philadelphia, 53,000 people coming out to laugh, it means that Forever too can sell out a 53,000 capacity stadium. That is what it means. If somebody has done it, doing the same things you do, it means you too can do it.
Yes.
So it's part of the dream.
Who's your funniest comedian? To you, who's the funniest comedian? Who's the funniest comedian?
That's not you.
That's not you. That you've seen, and that you know.
That I've seen that I know.
That you know. Okay.
I'm not talking about the big guys, right?
Yeah, know about big guys.
But if you have seen them and you know them now.
No, I don't want to put our senior colleagues. All of them are funny. And it's not a political answer because you can't stay this long in the game if you're not.
Yeah, true. Facts.
True.
So there's a guy called Damola. Damola is crazily funny. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Damola is funny. Then Furnaces that I've seen.
Yeah.
That I know. There are many, but you see Damola, Furnaces. Mr. Boy is stupid. Then I absolutely love Akboru.
Yeah.
See, I said absolutely. If Akporo is changing this bulb, I will laugh. See, anything the guy does, I view Akporo as though I'm not a comedian, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I absolutely love him.
Gotcha.
He's my friend, but no. When he's performing, nothing can distract me. I focus on
So, you're doing the Canada tour. Any city besides the ones you've seen so far that you're looking forward to?
So basically, I think I'm looking to every city, looking forward to every city because it's an opportunity to meet new people, and you know that feeling when people say, "I've been watching you for a while,
Right.
but I've never really seen you," and that feeling of, "Oh my God, this is you." You never really know how much impact you have until you meet these people. I remember one night that's like been one of the most crazy nights of my career. December 31st, 2021.
It's crazy how you remember dates, man.
Yeah, I remember this a lot. So we're doing crossover to the new year in Abuja, Eagle Square. So the Uber we took from the hotel dropped us on the wrong side of the road. Now, if this is the road, the venue was on this side, but the Google map took him to the other side.
Right.
So all we needed to do was to cross a square, one open field, to go to the other side. Now, on this open field, Christ Embassy was having the crossover night. While walking, this was like past 9 to 10 at night. The place was quite dark. A guy runs from the audience towards me. And the guy's like, this is forever. This is forever. In darkness. Oh. I can't forget that. In darkness. The guy, this is forever. This is forever. I said, yes, it's forever. Oh my God. Everyone in our family loves you. And I'm the first in our family seeing you. I want to take a picture to shoot it. Yeah. Now the guy brings out his phone. His hand was shaking.
Yeah.
Right? I took the phone from him. Took the selfie. The guy was thanking me. I was like, this is beyond fan love. How did this guy see me in darkness?
Yeah, in the see the light.
Don't study your shadow.
Don't study your shadow.
So moments like that in the UK was a very beautiful experience. You go from one city to the performance, was like, oh my God, I've been watching, I've been seeing, I can't believe. So with that, I say I'm looking forward to every city because it gives you an opportunity to meet new people.
Gotcha. And that's how we connected.
Yeah, there are people, exactly. So there are people who have never even seen me. And to be the first time they see me, I'm like, what? So that is why I keep saying to every comedian, your best referrer is your last performance.
True.
Wow, okay.
You must perform I read an interview some years ago that Basketmouth granted where he said his dog get with every performer that if he means that to make the audience laugh, he have to lie and roll on the floor wearing with his white shirt, he would do it. I was in Enugu when I read his interview. I think 2008, 2009, one of those 2 years. And so I'm looking forward to every city. Calgary, I have a lot of friends there, so a lot of them are coming out.
They're coming out past Toronto. The friends you have in Toronto, have they come
I have
out?
more friends in Calgary than Toronto now.
For real?
All of them are, yeah. Not to that, they would see one place of Toronto and Bramley. See, everywhere, it's almost like forever. I want to come and see you. And the guy's like, where are you? I tell the guy replies, hey, I see what's he say, found shot. I see what's all this. Why are you for bringing Abuja vibes to?
You know, not even Canada itself, like Ontario, the state, the map is bigger than Nigeria.
Maybe I get out. Two ways around like that.
What do you think about the Toronto traffic?
It brings Lagos vibes. No, but the only difference is that the roads are good. So it's moving fast. The roads are wide. Yeah. There are a lot of spaces where you can just turn away from the traffic and you're off. So Lagos is one straight road. One straight road.
Have you had Tim Hortons yet?
What?
Tim Hortons.
What's that?
It's like coffee. It's like a staple coffee that we have.
So the thing is that I'm not a tea person. I'm not a coffee person.
But you have to now. You have to.
I'll try it since you mentioned. I'll
We'll
try it.
definitely get you Tim Hortons before you get out of town.
I'll try it.
All right, man. But
Wait,
you have a question?
one thing I want to ask. It's kind of the opposite of what you mentioned about when someone is telling a joke, right? And it looks like the crowd is not reacting yet, they are not laughing, and they feel some people could get caught up in trying to go do a landing.
Yeah.
That they know is funny and stuff. Has the opposite happened? For example, when what Dre said, when it's like mid joke, you understand? People have already started clapping. And he hasn't experienced that before. Do you think somebody can fall into that trap where they get caught up in that high and they won't deliver the joke as well as they had practiced?
If somebody can. A lot of comedians get trapped there.
So expect that every time.
Yeah, so you start a joke. The joke is 8 minutes long,
Right.
and 3 minutes into the joke, you get an amazing applause from the audience. The next thing the comedians might sign out now.
So get off on a high.
So, but if you do that, what you've done is that you've allowed the audience to determine the expression of your material.
Right.
The end of that joke might not get us some applause, but if you get to the end, it's a better joke.
True.
So that is why you must stick to the routine, stick to the joke, stick to the materials. Don't let the audience determine what you would say. You already knew what you were going to say from home.
Right.
Say it. They will laugh.
As long as it's funny.
Yeah.
You tried Nigerian food here. What do you think about Nigerian food here?
So I ate vegetable soup that was veggies. So it was more like water leaf soup. Yeah. So vegetable soup, you have to use pumpkin and water leaf
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think to get pumpkin is hard.
Ugu is very scarce. Yeah.
So it was more like water leaf all through. But it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they say in the city of blind men, the one-eyed man becomes a king. It was not bad. It was not bad. It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Woreva, this has been a pleasure, man. I don't know if you have any
having
questions for us, but you've been a blessing. You've been, what's it called, guidance.
Yeah. So the question I have for you guys is there a way that we can get online citizenship from Nigeria? for a family of four.
I don't think you would ever move. I think that you would travel, but I don't think you'd move. Because
Answer your question first. You want to get
the
that?
answer is no, I don't. But at the same time, I don't think, because like if you follow Forever's, again, your online journey, because of what you show us,
Right.
you're one of those comedians that I see that you don't do things for followers. You do things because you're good. Like,
You know me. If you want to follow me, you follow me. I won't. Somebody saw my followers. You have 60,000 followers. Did you buy followers? I said, why should I buy people to follow me?
yeah.
People that I don't know whether they like me or not. I would not buy them.
Yeah.
No. So, but not moving. For now, the clear and obvious answer is no.
Yeah.
But like footballers will always say, when they want to leave a club, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
True.
But even if I want to move,
It's not Canada.
it's not Canada.
Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah, no, it's not about too far. It's the fact that
You can bill you $450. You want
is because if I want to move, it has to be because of my career,
right.
and it has to be America. It has to be United States.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
not even the UK. United
It has
States.
to be US.
Instead of me moving to the UK for comedy, I remain Nigeria.
Why?
Yeah, because you must understand that for every industry, there is a place where the life of that thing emanates from. So Nigeria, entertainment is in Lagos.
Right.
There's entertainment everywhere,
Right.
but if you're able to break into Lagos,
Right.
you become
A staple.
yeah. Your brand spreads faster. Same way with America. There are many great guys in the UK that nobody knows about. But it's just that the American media, there's a way to push entertainment.
Yeah.
Same way the British media pushes football. You don't think there's football in other country.
Yeah.
So every country has that. Every
Big
industry
push,
has
yeah.
that thing where there is a capital for football, British media, entertainment, US media.
Yeah,
All you need now one film.
that's true.
My brother said like this now. Any God just done for me. America Got Talent. I'm gone. Look at Trevor Noah today. He's a global sensation because of the Daily Show.
Right.
That's true.
He won't get that exposure if he was doing the morning show on ITV in the UK. No, he would not.
That's true.
They will just know him in Europe, but not the world.
But not around
Gotcha.
the world.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's all the gems, man. But man, forever, your special is out this weekend. Change the world. If you're looking for him, he's the guy that dyed his hair. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Man, congratulations on everything. Congratulations on killing Toronto. And I'm sure you're gonna do just as well in other cities.
God willing.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the space. Thank you for having a conversation with us. There's sometimes you go message some people. They know you, and I know a bunch of them. They will drag you. So I thank you for just honoring this conversation and just allowing us to like chop it up. And
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
yeah. I hope we didn't take 2 hours of your knowledge.
No. It's important. It's important we say this now so that people can have. I just think that most of the things that people will hear from this episode will be like news to
Right.
many people because
Right.
they've never seen comedy in this light. They think comedy is pick and
Yeah,
plug and play.
Right.
It's work. It's proper work, which is why people don't pay for it.
yeah,
When they call you for events and you request a certain pay, they are surprised. Why am I paying this much?
Right.
Of course, they've never seen the kind of work that goes into it, making you good. They actually don't know that the reason they called you is because you are good.
yeah.
In their mind, they called you because you're a comedian, but they left other comedians to call you.
Right.
So, but they never realized that the reason they came to call you is because you're good. So when they hear stuff like, they say, oh, this is the kind of work, this is the kind of effort. Yes, so it's not, your career is not more important than my own.
Right.
The only person's career that's, even doctor self, your career not important past my own.
Right.
Because if you're not happy, if you go for get scissors or best so we are all working together to make the world a better place. It's as simple as
That's a
that.
fact.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here, man. It's been a great episode. There's a lot to take away, and it's applicable in any facet
Any aspect of life.
of life. You
Career.
just gotta don't dip it too much, man.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 136 with the famous, the amazing, Woreva.
Oreva. Several. And this is where we swim. River.
Ladies and gentlemen, signing out. I go by the name Mr. Dre. I'm always going to be your humble and gracious. Vibes Minister, sign off for us.
Signing out from this ministry is your minister Imina, aka Dafri Ego, aka Triple E, the Patrician Ego, your favorite uncle, your favorite godfather. You know what's popping?
Pop.
Let's get it popping.
Wherever I go, sign up for us.
My brother, that guy signed up for me. All right. Thank you very much, Canada. Thank you very much for having me on this podcast. I hope that the things you've said has made you laugh and
Oh, for sure.
made you learn a lot as well. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
We out. Backyard Bants.
It's that good shit.